It's time to get up out of this place. It's a marathon, it's not a race. To get to the first place at a real fast pace. But this paper you gotta chase. To death there is no escape. Till you realize that you are great. Oh, this dude is driving whack. Let me get around it. Him really quickly. All right. We good. Hopefully it don't sound crazy. I'm here, I'm losing weight, man. I'm starting to look like mother's milk from The Boys. There's too many good shows out right now, man. I got so many good shows that's out. I just don't have the time to just sit and just watch TV. The only time I really got to watch TV is pretty much before I go to bed, or I'll listen to comedy on Netflix or something like that while I'm working. But to just sit down and just watch TV, I don't got that time the way I used to, man. Like, for example, my hands look disgusting. For example, today I got me and the homies, we're working on season 2 of Hartford 911. So I got to shoot home real quick, take a quick shower, then go to Newington so we could film. Then pretty much come back, prepare my lunch, maybe watch like an hour's worth of television. Maybe play the game. I barely play the game anymore. Play the game for like half an hour or whatever. And I got to go to bed. Get up in the morning, get my breakfast, blah, blah, blah. Go to work. And then right after work, I just got booked for a gig. Where is it? It's in Agawam. It's actually out here. It's going to be at an old folks home tomorrow. And it's at 6 o'clock. I get off of work at 4. So I could go home and shower and come back, or I could probably stop at my girl's house and come back. I don't know. I'll figure out the logistics. Maybe I'll go. Maybe I won't. But you know, these 2 days is just booked up just like that. Bam. So the days is tight. I say all that to say this, because it's so busy. It's hard for me to really like watch TV like that. I don't really got time to just sit down and really enjoy television like that, you know? And the thing is, as a stand-up comedian, watching television is just being in a loop of things. That's a part of the job description, man. Oh, man, you know how much I was looking for this for my other camera, and I had it here the whole time. Yo, I was looking for that junk high and low. I could not find it. I got a backup one, but I had a video on here. Not an adult video. Yeah, you know, for my smaller camera. You know what I mean? I was trying to just play with it a little bit to you know, just to have a backup camera at my shows and stuff. And I was looking for this junk high and low, and it was in this bag the whole time. Shame on me. Shame. But welcome to all those watching me right now at the tap in. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if it sounds crazy. When I get out of work, my nails be filthy. What up, Jenna? What's up, Jenna P F4Z? My nails be filthy because I do a blue collar job, you know what I'm saying? So I always keep something to kind of clean my nails a little bit while I'm at these stoplights, because I just don't like the black dirty grime underneath them. They say one way to keep your nails clean, I'm gonna just start doing this again, is to if you got like a construction, like a blue collar type job, put a bunch of soap, like dig your fingers into some soft soap, not so hard soap, under your fingernail. It just work like that. So the soap kind of acts like as a barrier to all the dirt and all the grime. And then at the end of the day, once you wash your hands and take the brush through it, your nails stay clean. Because this shit, I don't like this, man, at all. I don't like it every time I look at it. I have OCD when it comes to dirty ass fingernails. And my job always makes me have dirty ass fingernails. So it's a bad combination. But welcome to those that tune in on a daily basis. I appreciate y'all. For those who have not subscribed, sub to the channel, man. I do 5 videos a week minimum. I go live 5 times Monday through Friday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I saw the pothole, and I just dodged that motherfucker. The pothole did not get me. I dodged it. So I feel good right now. I know the dude behind me was like, what the fuck? But I had to swerve. I had to avoid that. Because my front end, my car need a little bit of work. You know your front end need work. When you just hit little miniature bumps and it feel like an explosion. I guess like the shocks and the stress is kind of like the cartilage in your legs and your knees. The older you get, the closer it gets to the bone. So when you hit any type of bump, you can feel everything, man. Hold up. They texting me right now. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right. Hold up. Nah, they were just saying this. Whatever we're filming, they said it shouldn't take more than 30 minutes. That's a good thing. I'm trying to get in. I'm trying to get out, man. My free time is valuable, man. It's not even like free time. Like I feel like, do I have a girlfriend? Yes, I do. I pretty much I have a fiance. But I do. Sky. I do. We've been, it'll be 2 years that we've been together. We started, it's funny because we matched on a dating app in 2022. And we was kind of interested in each other then, but then, you know, she just had a situation in her life. I had a situation in my life. And we kind of parted ways. Then we rematched with each other in 2024. And then, you know, she gave me her number and stuff. And then when I text her, because I never delete any of my messages, ever. I don't delete my emails. I don't delete my messages. I don't delete my social media. I keep everything. And so when I text her, I'm looking at the phone. I'm like, oh, snap. I know this chick. We used to talk. Yeah, and this is the second time that happened. But it happened to me with somebody else in a much more weirder, like lascivious situation. But and you know, we both basically when we lost connection the first time, she was kind of still dating somebody, and I had started dating somebody as well. So, you know, we just went our separate ways. But this time around, I wasn't dating nobody. She wasn't dating anybody. We just gave it a shot and really, really, really hit it off. And we've been rocking for 2 years strong, man. And that's my wife to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, very happy with her, man. Absolutely. When you could be around a person of the opposite sex and not have to be around your friends all the time and stuff like that. I was always kind of a loner, and I never really necessarily had to be around a lot of people like that. Even in comedy, I have a very, very, very tight circle, but I'm at the age now, like most of the cats I grew up with, not only do they have kids, some of them have wives, some of them have grandchildren. So the whole, let's get together on the weekend and get drunk, let's play basketball, let's get together, play video games. It's like that part of my life, that's done, man. You know, you have certain stages in life, it goes a certain way, but it doesn't last forever. I remember when I was like 13 or 14, right? And this was in Hartford, Connecticut. This is when the gang wars was going crazy. We actually had a curfew. It was like a 10 o'clock citywide curfew, but, you know, we some badass kids, you know what I'm saying? We just running around from house to house, dodging cops and hiding behind bushes. And I remember when that was happening, it was like, to me, that was like the funnest time of my life at that particular moment. And it's like, I never wanted it to end. And it was like, that real fun night, it never repeated itself. There were other fun nights, but no night like that particular night, like the exhilaration that I felt. And it was just one of those early lessons that I had, like, no matter how intense or extreme something feels, it's temporary. And there will be other extreme things that you feel. But it's all, like if you follow my podcast, it's that 8. It's infinite, but it's always in constant motion. Nothing just does this on that infinity 8. Nothing just stops here. Whether it's emotions, whether it's growing, whether it's feeling, whether it's life to death. Death is not eternal, as well as life isn't eternal. You know that's an actually deep, profound thing I just thought about. You know how you know death isn't eternal? You know how you know death isn't eternal? Because life isn't eternal. Death is not eternal because life is not eternal. That's a crazy, profound thing I thought of, man. Like I'm kind of at a loss for word. I never thought about that. Death isn't eternal because life isn't eternal. It's the eight. It's constantly doing this. You know, you try to maximize and enjoy whichever experience that you're on. You say I keep saying grenade. No, I'm not saying grenade. Did I? Oh, I'm not saying. You guys hear me? I didn't say grenade at all. But death isn't eternal. We know that death isn't eternal because life isn't eternal. I gotta put this lapel mic in a different spot. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Like, let me know if it sounds crazy or whatever. I don't know how clear I sound. This is the only part of the podcast that sucks because I can't. There's no way of me knowing how good this sounds until it's done. It's one of those situations where I got to record trial and error. I got to put the lapel mic on certain points on my chest and then listen to it after. And I'll watch different videos of mine. And then whichever lapel mic position gets the best audio feedback, that's the one, or not feedback, that's the wrong word, but you know what I'm saying? Whichever one sounds the best, that's the position that I will continue to use. But we know that death isn't eternal because life isn't eternal. That's deep. That's some deep. I never even, you know what I mean? But yeah, the weekend that was, man. I actually got booked to headline a weekend before. I got booked to headline a weekend at the Stress Factory in Bridgeport, Connecticut last year. I can't remember the month. It was in the summertime though. And it was a Friday night and a Saturday night. I don't remember the exact date. But the Friday night, for me, an unknown comedian, and I was a fill-in. I was like a last second choice. What the hell? I was a last second choice for them to use. You know what I'm saying? They hit me up on a Wednesday, like, yo, you want to headline the weekend? And I'm like, hell yeah, this what I'm looking for. I had just bought my all white linen outfit. I had the linen hat, the linen, you know what I'm saying? The linen shirt, the linen pants, the white linen pants, and I had the white shoes, the sneakers, or whatever I had on, man. I was looking like a Colombian drug dealer, man, and I bodied it. I think I did a fantastic job. Nobody left early. I got a lot of love. I didn't do good enough to sell t-shirts though that weekend. There's different levels to it if you're headlining. Like, if you headlining and a bunch of people leave, that's bombing. If you headline and they all stay, that's decent. If you headline and they all stay and they take a couple pictures with you, and that's what happened to me, that's better. But if you headline, they all stay, they take a couple of pictures with you, and they buy your t-shirts, you got busy. And that's what happened to me this weekend. Both days, Friday night, I think it was like 25 people. Only sold like a couple shirts, but whatever. You know what I mean? I had a good night. Everybody stayed, took some pictures. People rock with me. But Saturday night, man. First of all, the Saturday, I did an hour and 5 minutes both nights. About an hour and 5 minutes. The first night, I was just more or less, I was sticking to my safe material, meaning the material that I know is going to kill and that I was most comfortable with. The first night, I didn't really experiment with too much new material. I just did the greatest hits, and I did most of my personal stuff that I know works. But I think sometimes, like if you got an hour and there's too much me, only talking about you. After a while, they want to hear about politics. They want to hear about celebrities. They want to hear about stuff in the world. You know what I mean? And I talk about me, but I don't really go too deep. I just talk about living the situation, dating after my age. You know what I mean? Just the basic generic cookie cutter stuff. But it was all me. I pretty much, I don't know if I opened with a me joke, but I definitely closed with a me joke. But the second night, I probably only ran about 30% of the material that I ran the night before. But the second night was just 70% different material than the previous night. And I wanted to do that. Like the second night, I did a Kamala Harris joke, but I did a Joe Biden and a Trump joke and an Obama joke as well. Like I got on all the politicians. You know what I'm saying? I did a joke about Montel Jordan. What else did I do? I just took a lot more risks the second night, and I was a lot more comfortable. Also, the second night there were a lot more patrons there, a lot more people. Not saying that it doesn't make a difference, but it feels good. It's a smaller room. I think it holds about 100, and it was damn near full the second night, like 80 to 100. The second night it was definitely full. First night it was light. It was only about 20, 25. He said, "Do a loud meow." Naj, you only do meow. That's what we do because you're trying to say I'm pussy. That's messed up, man. You could just say I'm pussy. Don't tell me to do a meow. Just cuss me out. Don't be secretive about it. But the second night I was just a lot more comfortable. The crowd work was going smooth, and see a lot of people that haven't done an hour of material on stage. When you get up there, if you don't really know your material, it can get ugly, man. You start forgetting stuff. Your mouth start getting dry. You start sweating. You don't know if you're killing. You're like, oh, we almost done? Like, a comedian ain't sure about himself. They got the hour. If they keep saying, you guys like me? You guys enjoy me? You guys enjoy me? You guys enjoy me? No, it's none of that. You know how you know if they're enjoying you? If they laughing, man. That's pretty much it. It ain't really no rocket science to it, man. It's a no-brainer, man. And they was really, really rocking. There was a state representative that was there that was rocking with me. Actually, somebody who I knew, my boy Bobby. I knew him for a long time. I never knew he was a representative. He was there, you know what I'm saying, enjoying the show. Like it was dope, man. And then to have people come afterwards and buying shirts. And the only reason why I didn't sell more shirts than what I sold the first night I sold 2. Excuse me. The first night I sold 2. The second night I sold 5. And the only reason why I didn't sell more is because a lot of people like the sizes large and extra large, and I ran out of both. So you know what I did? Today I ordered 25 more shirts. I ordered 13 extra large, and it's the shirt that says it is what it is. And I ordered 12 larges because I got a show that's about to go down. This is the plug right here. May the 9th at Nick's Comedy Stop in Boston, Massachusetts. That's going down, was it next week? Yeah, because this Saturday is the 2nd. So yeah, it's a week from Saturday. Everybody like extra large, but that's like a universal size for everybody. It's like the number 7. When Kevin Samuels used to rate the ladies, he said, rate yourself from a scale of 1 to 10, and you can't use 7. Everybody think they're extra large. Now, some of you people is 2X's. Y'all need to stop playing getting the extra large. Matter of fact, you ain't allowed to get that 2X. Stop playing, because when you wash it, it's going to shrink a little bit on your big ass belly. But if you trying to rock the XL with the 2X body, I'm saying, come on, man. It's like trying to put Shaq inside of a Kia Sophia. You know what I mean? You look ridiculous with the little shirt on your big stomach, just like Shaq look ridiculous in a little Sorrento. You know what I mean? So I got them shirts coming. I also got the stickers coming with my logo, QR code, and it just links to all my socials. You know, and I have a bonfire, which is an online store. I'm going to just put a bunch of merch on it. I know I was going to put t-shirts, but you know what? I'm going to just take the time and make a crazy store, because on Bonfire you can create stores, online stores for your merchandise. So I'm going to do shirts, I'm going to do pins, caps, hoodies, whatever. I'm going to just dump it all on there, and people can go at their leisure and just start picking up the it is what it is memorabilia. You know what I'm saying? the iwi and the everybody need more green memorabilia. Because if I ever get sued by Cameron and them, then the everybody need more green. That's the backup plan. It's just people seem to like the iwi. It is what it is. They like that. It is what it is brand. You know what I'm saying? So I should not be doing this. I'm trying to clean I'm cleaning my nails while driving, while blogging live on Instagram at the same time. But it was a good night, man. Can I think of any highlights? Oh, a highlight I could think of. The first night, it was this older couple off to the left. It's an older lady. She was like sexy for her age. She had nice perky breasts, but she clearly was like in her mid-60s. And at one point, she was like jiggling the girls at me. And I said, yo, you better stop doing that. I got a wife. I said, I got to turn my back to you. And then I mumbled. I was like, sexy older lady. She's like, oh, what are you talking about? Oh, I'm a nana. And I was like, hold up. You tried to shame me for saying that you sexy and old, and then in the same breath called yourself a nana? Did you just completely contradict yourself in the same sentence? Then I said, that reminds me of when Rick James on the Dave Chappelle skit was like, I don't remember digging my feet on Eddie Murphy's couch. Yeah, I remember digging my feet on Eddie Murphy's couch. So that got a really, 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 really big laugh. That was dope, man. The second night, I got this one bit where I say I use my imagination. Sometimes if I feel like cheating, like I'll be making love to my lady, but I'll be thinking about somebody else. I say, is that cheating? And they say, yeah, because your body's in the right place, but your mind's in the wrong place. So I said, what if I did it the other way? What if I was making love to somebody else, but I was thinking about my lady? It was like, well, see, you still wrong because your dick in the wrong place. Some lady said that. I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. I was like, because usually I say my mind's in the right place, but my body's in the wrong place. Because I don't really tell that joke dirty, but the way she said it, it was funny. I was like, you ain't gonna use that? I'm about to take that yank. Give me that. So that was a good moment. And actually, she bought one of my t-shirts, and it's a funny thing because I didn't even hear it when she said this. When she was at the t-shirt table trying to get shirts, like 3 people was trying to talk to me at the same time, trying to sell stuff. You know how it is. When you're a celebrity and you pop in and people trying to buy your merch. It's just hard. I only got 2 ears. Like my 2 ears can't hear 6 people at the same time. I'm popping right now. But at any rate, she was saying how she had a husband, and she was saying that I look just like her husband. And she's a white lady. I didn't hear that at all. She was just telling me some weird, elaborate story, and I just heard husband, and she talked about her kids. I'm trying to do a transaction, so I didn't really hear what was going on. But now, looking back on the night and how she was paying so much attention to me and how she was into me, it makes sense because I look, like she said, just like her husband. And if her husband turns her on, then obviously this woman was turned on for an entire hour by my striking, dashing, middle-aged, salt and pepper, pot-belly, bald-headed looks. So yes, she was. So it's like, if somehow like something happened when my lady wasn't there, and then she just stumbled upon my member, to me, it's definitely cheating because, I'm sleeping with somebody else. But in her mind, she not really cheating because she's sleeping with somebody that looked exactly like the man at home. We just got to make sure. Oh, no, I was about to get too deep, too dark. No, I ain't going. This is not Dirty Thursday, so I'm going to pull back on what I was going to say. But in her mind, is she like, if you sleep with somebody else, right? If you cheat on, if you sleep with somebody else that is not your significant other, but they look exactly head to toe, top to bottom, like your significant other, technically, is it not cheating? I feel like it's a strong case in an argument. Because you looking at them and look just like the individual. You know what I mean? I mean, you gotta make sure they screen like they ain't got no disease and nothing like that. Maybe okay, I'm trying to be cleaner with this, but maybe your significant other, and I'm talking, this is from a lady's perspective, maybe your significant other got that snip, and maybe this new one don't. So if you about to cheat with the new one and he don't got the snip, if the trunk has not been removed, if it has not been circumvented, then you cheating because, you know, he's not the same top to bottom. But if they both got the snip, or if they both don't got the snip, I don't know. There's an argument. I honestly think that I'm going to add that caveat to the joke. Because I say, what if then God forbid by happenstance I should happen to get caught into the clutches of temptation, and I'm making love to another woman, I'm making love to another woman, and I'm making love to another woman, but I'm thinking about my lady though. Is that cheating? And they say, yeah, that's cheating. Yeah, I said, why? Because, you know, yeah, because my mind in the right place. Like, yeah, but your dick in the wrong place. I said, but what if she looked exactly like my woman? And I screamed at, what if she looked exactly like my woman? You know what I mean? If I say it like that, I thought it was her, but I knew it wasn't because she was being quiet for once. Yo, I think about to add that. I'm gonna add, like, my lady hates when I do these cheating jokes, but it's like, baby, you rather me just joke about cheating, or would you rather I just actually cheat? I think it's a no-brainer in that situation. It's all fantasy. It's all jokes. Tony Montana is not a drug dealer. Arnold Schwarzenegger is not a cyborg. Mo Green is not a cheater. It is all fantasy. It's not real. She still ain't gonna believe it though. My lady want me to change my whole set where I don't make no jokes about no type of infidelity. I'm just gonna become the boringest cookie cutter comic on earth. You know what I mean? I was gonna shout some names out, like famous comedians who I find boring, but that's not my brand. My brand is not to outwardly criticize other comics. Rock on, do your thing. Matter of fact, if you're a multi-millionaire comic, even if I don't think you're funny, you're doing something that I'm not doing, and you made your way into the game in the industry, and even though I might not like your style of humor per se, I could still learn from you. Even if you don't like somebody that's in a industry, if you don't like their artistry, my bad, not them, but their artistry, but they're successful, do you just complain about what they have? Or do you kind of really, really delve in and try to decipher what it is that people like about that individual, and then see if you can kind of like facilitate that into your act? I'm not saying steal or copy. I'm not saying steal his jokes. I'm not saying copy, but one thing I had to do, and I still got to work on, like a lot of the great comedians, they smile. They got a real big, they tell a punchline, they smile. And me, I used to always be like too serious with my face. Got to smile more. You know what I mean? You got to show that you're having fun. And it could be a comedian that I'm not too fond of, and I'm like, yo, why is they rocking with him like this? They probably like his personality. They like that. I like your smile, standing in my class, just drifting away, staring at the windows of the world. Yeah, I can't hear my teacher, was used to call me at all. I don't see the bad boys. Yes, I'm using the male pronouns. I don't see the bad boys trying to get some play, cause I love your smile. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. You gotta smile when you do comedy. Show that you're happy. Da, da, da. I like your smile. Da, 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 da. I get off at work at 3, and I wanna be free. Free to sing, free to bathe, free to bring my Jose. Woo! My that Lisa, and so is the pay. I wanna put that new black mini on my card anyway, cause I love your smile. Da 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 da. Ooh, I like your smile. Da 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 da. Sun came in your action, and I know I never ever go back. Something, I don't know the lyrics. I came, did a little girl, cause you know you're here to rock my world. Smile, psych. Da 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 da. Ooh, I like your smile. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I like your smile. I really do. I did all that just to kill some time to get past my 30-minute mark. That's another thing comedians do when they don't got that much time. Sometimes they'll sing or do like a lot of filler stuff to kind of reach to that point. And earlier in my career, I used to do that, but now I got plenty. I got so much material. I can get through a whole set without doing any music at all. But music is a part of what I do on stage. You know what I mean? You bring to the stage whatever it is to entertain the people. You know what I'm saying? Yes, the primary. I feel like the primary job in stand-up comedy is to make folks laugh, but just keep them entertained and just bring something different that everybody else is bringing. If you could bring singing and impressions, can this nigga back the fuck up so I can see? God damn, man, you about to run the great light. You know what I'm saying? You want to try to bring, or at least I do. I try to bring as much as I can to the table with the stand-up thing. That's why I'm gonna give you my impressions. I'm gonna give you the vocals. I do see people sleep, but I do the sound effects too. You know what I'm saying? I do impressions, vocals, sound effects. I could do political. I could do family. I could do dirty. You know what I'm saying? Self-deprecation. I could roast. I could do it all. You know what I mean? Trying to bring everything to the table, man. You know? But I brought all those elements this weekend, man. I'm looking back at that. That was like probably like my best. It's crazy. Lately, a lot of times, like I've been going up, I keep saying, yo, that was my best set. That was my best set. And that just tells me that I'm growing. I'm just progressing and getting better. Like Friday was good. Friday wasn't my best set. But Saturday, man, I felt like I was in my bag. And when people come after the show and they're buying tickets, when they're buying shirts, they're following you on socials, and you know what I mean? Just inboxing you, giving you compliments, giving you good reviews and stuff like that. Yo, it's an awesome feeling, man. It's a very, very, very fantastic feeling. And that's what I did, for comedy craft. I can't talk. Comedy craft beer. Shout out to Ryan Brouth. He runs the Mohegan Sun Comics. That he runs that comedy club, as well as he runs just a bunch of brewery shows every week. And I just I have much gratitude for him just entrusting me to hold down a room, like, entertain between both days over 60 to 80 people. You know what I mean? And everybody left satisfied. Everybody was happy with what I did. And I just look forward to more opportunities to keep doing this, man. Just keep beating these cats. I take my time more on stage now, and I'm not afraid of the silence as much as I used to be. I can take my time and pace myself and tell a punchline. And sometimes sometimes I have thinkers. So, and when people eating and drinking and stuff like that, they not really using their brain power to the full sometimes. So it may take a little second for a joke to make sense. But when it hits, oh, that's what he meant. You know what I mean? Because a lot of my stuff is layered. It'll have like, you got the punchline, but it'll be a double entendre. It'll be a double meaning. Or sometimes the joke will be one thing on the surface, but it's a metaphor for something else. A lot of times I don't like to put things blatantly on blast, but I still like to put it out there. So I'll put it in like a parable form or a metaphor form. And I know what it means. Because a lot of times when you have stuff bottled in, the natural inclination is to get it out. But sometimes when you put stuff out blatantly that could be sensitive, sometimes it can cause more harm than help. But if you keep things bottled in, that'll cause more harm than help as well. So the workaround to that is you still get it out, but you get it out in a way that maybe only you and the other person who's concerned, or maybe only you understand what it is, but you still got it out. It's just encoded, you still got it out. Whether you get it out in code or whether it's direct, the whole purpose, I feel, is when you got that type of tension or pressure over an issue or a situation, the whole point is just to get it out. Get the information out, get the energy out, get the idea out. You know what I'm saying? Even if nobody understands it, the point is you still put it out there. And when you put things that are bottled in out there, even if you don't understand it, it's like pressure release. It's like your stomach filled up, you feel the swelling. You can't see the air that's coming out. You can't see it at all, but you got relief. The same concept, man. And that's what some of my jokes do. That's what some of these podcasts do. That's what some of these rants entail. That's why I do what I do, man. You know what I mean? And we just got a lot of, like I said, I got the next comedy stop coming up in May the 29th. We're going to be headlining at the Red Rock. You notice how every time I'd say I got a gig, it's headlining. And you know what's funny? I don't ask to be a headliner. I never ask. I never say, yo, let me headline your show. I've never said that to anybody. The way comedy works, I feel like the comedy guys, they just pick whatever you are, you kind of fall into place of what it is, man. If you're somebody that's just confident and just closing and doing a long time, people are going to reach out to you for that. And I was fortunate earlier in my career when, like before social media really started blowing up, I want to say it was social media like 2016, but it wasn't nothing like it is now. But before social media really started blowing up, before TikTok started paying people millions of dollars and Vine and all that, everybody and mother wasn't trying to be a comedian. So these open mics sometimes will have 3 comics and they got the room for 3 hours. So you know what that means? We all in 20-minute sets. So I remember back, 2016, 2017, when it wasn't as many comics where you could just go and just rock for like 15 minutes because it's only 2 other people. It's kind of like years ago, like maybe the mid to late 2000s, like I was like a karaoke legend. I would karaoke. Not a lot of people would try to sing it. So I would be able to get like 4, 5, 6 songs in one night. It'd be like 3 or 4 of us that really know how to sing. We can all get our stuff off, man. 4, 5, 6 songs. But now everybody got cell phones and TikTok, and everybody trying to get that funny viral moment. Man, you go to these karaoke rooms now, man, it'd be like 40, 50 people on the list. And then they rig the system like the people, because it'll be like a group of 5 people, right? And what they'll do is each of them will sign up for a song, but they all sign up for like either duets or boy band songs where it's all of them. So for 2 hours straight, you got the same shuffling of 4 or 5 people that's in the same crew, and they all pick duet songs. So that was the workaround, so they can just keep getting on stage. I mean, they figured out the system. Don't hate the player, hate the game. But I'm like, come on, man, get out of here, yo. Come on, man. I'm trying to do my song real quick so I can bounce. It's like, and karaoke, yo, you don't never, unless you talk to the DJ and know him, you never know when you're going up, so you just gotta wait. You know how many times when karaoke started blowing up, How many times I signed up and I just left? I was signed up, I chill for like an hour and I get tired. I'm like, man, I'm about to go home. Fuck this. I did that many, many times. Why? Because it's oversaturated. I'm thinking these cell phones, all TikTok and threads and Instagram reels, everybody looking for that viral, man. So everybody trying to be the karaoke legend. Everybody called themselves doing comedy. But to bring it back, because I didn't want to forget, back then, the open mics weren't as saturated. In fact, there was a demand for more comedians. Just wasn't as many people. So we can go up on a consistent basis and do 10, 15, 20 minutes, man. I didn't even realize, even back then, I was developing myself as a longer form comedian because I was one of the few that I didn't listen. I used to drink too, so I just be drunk and just be talking. I literally got the nickname Drunk Uncle Mo. I had that. Cliff still. I haven't had a sip of liquor, and damn it, in 2 months it'll be 7 years that I've had a sip of liquor, and Cliff still called me Drunk Uncle Mo. You know what I'm saying? So I have to be tipsy. I be on the microphone, drunk as hell, just flowing, just babbling, recording it. Then I go back and listen to. Oh, you know what? I kind of like that. Let me write that down right quick. And if you want to hear one joke, one idea I came up with today, and it's just stupid. I said, I was at the airport one time and I said the word photobomb and I actually got away with it. Now I know what it feels like to be a white person using the word vinegar around black people and getting away with it. That's it. It's stupid. It's corny. I know, but I know when I said it, me and my girl, we were going to Puerto Rico and I said somebody took a picture. I just forgot what it said. I forget the complete context of what was going on at the moment. But I just said photobomb, and I wasn't even thinking about it. And then my girl was like, "Oh my God, you heard what you said?" I was like, "What?" I said, "Oh, junk. I did say that." But the word photo makes it okay because it's literally photobomb. I didn't say bomb. Ain't like the picture going to explode. And just like, vinegar. Come on, man. You know what vinegar sound like. But white folks be saying vinegar all the time. I like salt and vinegar chips. What's your favorite type of chips? White person. Salt and vinegar. Nigger. Now, if you say vin and then nigger, now you just asking for trouble. You just saying like, yeah, white people they know they slick. You know, it's funny. Realize that when you scramble up, who the hell is trying to call me right now? I'm trying to build this pot. When you scramble up the letters in the word ginger, it actually spells the N word, Ginger. Niger. You scramble them together. I think that's called an anagram. Not an anagram. I forget what that's called. I think it's called an anagram. Yeah, it's an anagram. Yeah. But listen, man, I ain't gonna talk to y'all no more, man. I gave y'all over 40 minutes. The weekend was great. I sold a bunch of shirts. I don't know why, because shirt and show sound alike. That's why I keep mixing those words up. Sold a lot of shirts. A lot of tickets were sold as well. Entertained a bunch of people. They want me back. It was dope as hell. I'm headlining next week and next Friday, rather. Not the weekend, just Friday. Next comedy stop. About to work on the film tonight. I gotta literally go home and take a quick ass shower because I'm not gonna go over there musty as hell, but take the quick shower, go to Newington. We're gonna film this, and I'm gonna come back, do all the stuff I gotta do to prepare for tomorrow. Repeat cycle, man. As I tell all young up and coming comedians, there is no such thing as writer's block. If you can't think of anything new, if the comedy guys have not given you any new ideas, that is their way of telling you to work on and perfect the ideas that you already have, the ideas that they already gave you. Stay away from the nonsense. Stay away from the foolishness. Stay away from the negativity. Stay away from the gossip. Stay away from the rumors. Focus on the funny and leave with love. Life is not something that is happening in spite of you. Life is an experience to behold. With that being said, peace.